Hey everybody, I'm Drew Williams, the CEO and founder of Corner. Super excited to share with you our platform. This is the private deal coach for US sellers. And I come from a sales background, worked in big sales organizations, small sales organizations. Sometimes we had coaching, sometimes we didn't. And sales is pretty isolating. And sometimes it's hard to pick yourself up and figure out what that next step is on deals. So that's why we developed Corner, because I truly believe that every seller needs someone in their corner available 24/7 that is there to support them, that knows their deals, that knows what's happening in the deals, that knows their company, that knows their playbooks, that knows their industries, that can support you at any time. So Corner is the private deal coach where you can talk through any deal. We connect to your CRM. It reads the past history, emails, notes, any transcripts that you have in there, understands it, puts it through a sales coach mind, and then gives you back some strategic advice and challenges you on your assumptions in order for you to help that deal move forward. And it all came from this idea of leveraging conversational AI voice, because sellers talk a lot and we need to, I don't know about you, but I talk through a lot of things with colleagues or with other people or even just with myself. And I find when I get to like talk through situations, ask questions, get feedback, challenge that, get challenging assumptions put back on me, talking through a deal really helps understand what that next step may be and where we might be missing out on, because a lot of times we don't see our blind spots. We might be new to an industry, we might be kind of new to this sales environment, we might be an experienced seller that just wants to bounce some ideas off of a strategic sales coach that understands who we sell to and what makes us win. And so that's why we developed Corner. So let's jump into it. So right now we've connected with Pipedrive. So this is our Pipedrive instance, and it's a Chrome extension. So we pop into Chrome Store, pick it up, we open it up, we connect with Pipedrive. Once we're here, Corner reads all the information in here. So we've got all these activities that have happened. We got some calls, some meetings. We have a bunch of notes in here. If we have emails, documents, all that sort of thing. So Corner is able to read all that to get a read on the actual deal. So let's talk to the Corner coach.
Hey, I've got this deal pulled up. Want to read on what's happening? Or is there something specific you want to work through?
Yeah, just give me a read on what's happened on this deal.
Let me grab the current snapshot so I'm looking at the same thing you are. All right, so you've got test deal with Jamie Lee sitting in qualified. $29,000. No close date yet, and I'm not seeing a lot of detail in the description field. What I want to know is what's actually happened since you last moved it here. Is Jamie still the only real contact, or have you gotten anyone else involved? And what's the actual next step? Do you know what they're evaluating, or are we still in discovery mode?
Yeah, we're still in discovery mode, I think. Last time I talked to Jamie, she's the VP of sales. She wanted to talk to our CEO. I haven't talked to the CEO yet, and she was excited about the opportunity to work with us, but she wanted to run it by the CEO, and that was about a month ago. And so she's kind of ghosted me for the past month, not really sure what to do.
Okay, so a month of silence after she said she'd loop in the CEO is a real signal. That's not just slow. That's either she lost momentum, the CEO said no, or it's genuinely not a priority for her right now. Here's what I'd push back on gently. Excitement about working with you isn't the same as her actually moving this forward. A VP of sales saying, "Let me talk to the CEO," can mean a lot of things, and a month of nothing tells you it probably wasn't urgent enough for her to actually make that happen. Before you reach back out, I need to know. When she said she wanted to talk to the CEO, did she tell you what problem she was trying to solve? Like, what was she actually excited about fixing?
I mean, she was excited about fixing. She's hiring 5 new sales reps, and she wanted a sales coach for those reps, and it was going to fall on her shoulders, which would take her out of actual selling. But yeah, I'm not really sure if she's actually ran it by the CEO or not.
That's real pain. 5 new reps and she's the one who has to train them. That's a legitimate problem for her. But here's the thing. A month of silence suggests either she never actually brought it to the CEO, or she did and got a "not now" or "we'll revisit later." The fact that you don't know which one is the bigger issue right now. When you reach back out, don't ask her if she talked to the CEO. Instead, ask her what happened. What did the CEO say, or what got in the way? That tells you whether this is dead, just delayed, or whether she never actually made the ask. What's your read on Jamie herself? Is she the type who would push back if the CEO said no? Or does she tend to just accept it and move on?
That's a tough call. I know she's close with the CEO, but I'm just trying to figure out what the next step is. Like, what should we do for the next step?
It's a tough call because we don't know what happened after she said she'd talk to the CEO. The most important thing right now is to get clarity on that. My recommendation is to reach out to Jamie, not to chase her, but to re-engage around the problem she was trying to solve. Frame it like this. Jamie, when we last spoke, you mentioned the challenge of onboarding 5 new reps and the impact that would have on your time. I wanted to check in and see if that's still a priority for you and if you had any thoughts after speaking with your CEO. The goal here isn't to get a meeting, but to understand what happened. If she responds, that's progress. If she tells you the CEO said no, you know where you stand. If she ghosts you again, that's also an answer.
All right, so I got my next steps. I finished up the call, and now what Corner is going to do is give me some notes that I can just copy and paste directly into the CRM. So I'm going to paste them right in here. So now we've saved this, and that updates the memory for Corner because Corner has deal memory. So anytime you have a conversation with it, it's going to remember the last conversation. It also remembers some of the notes that are in here. So I hope you love it. Let me know your feedback once you download it, get into the Chrome store, and hope you enjoy your new private deal coach.